Sir, who, in your own opinion, would you vote for the 2024 presidency?
Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States.
Okay.
I'd go for re-election in a heartbeat.
And why is that?
I think he's the only president and now presidential candidate that is not an insider, is not a Hollywood insider, is not a Washington D.C. insider, and so
Uh huh.
I like his out-of-the-box ideas and ideologies, and
Yeah.
I like the American First policy
Yeah. Go ahead.
for the average U.S. citizen. Um, yeah, make America great again. What's good?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Who would you vote for? Trump or Biden 2024?
I would vote for Biden again, even though like everything that's happened. I feel like Trump, when he got elected, I am Hispanic, I'm Mexican, and my family was scared. Like even though we're legal, like we're all like immigrants, so we were very nervous when he got elected.
Yeah.
Like our hearts sank when we saw like
Okay.
he was winning.
Who would you vote for if it's still, relevant to that
I
point?
vote on Biden might kind of be dead, but
Okay.
I
Fair
would
enough, fair
I would
enough.
still vote for Biden. Like
Really? Okay.
yeah.
What's the one thing you like about Biden?
I like. Oh wait, I don't really have much political opinion, but I do like his policies. Like I know, like he's not really doing much, anyways. But like,
Right.
I like that he's just kind of chill. He's not really making any bad decisions, like too many. Like when like he pulled out of Afghanistan, which was kind of bad because then the Taliban took over again. Which
Right.
and then I'm pretty sure he signed that treaty for like the global warming in Antarctica, which is also very bad. But I feel like Trump was like in cahoots with the other foreign powers,
Yeah.
and I don't like that because they're very dangerous. And
Okay. Trump and Biden want to re-elect once again. Who would you vote for and why?
I would go for Trump, just because Trump is wants to protect us and he's concerned about America.
Yeah.
Biden's more concerned about other countries and Ukraine, sending money to Ukraine, and he should be worried about sending money to
Yeah.
Mali. You know.
I see. Okay. And so, why did you not like Biden in this, during his presidency? Why didn't you like him?
Mainly, the first day he became president or the first week he became president, he
Yeah.
shut down the border. He's not protecting us. Now it's totally open. I'm friends with a lot of border patrol agents, and it's a mess. Their jobs are a mess. A lot of them trying to retire.
Yeah.
He also shut down the Keystone pipeline, so our gas prices are going up, houses price going up, interest rates are going up. So it's hurting our pockets. It's hurting America, and he's more concerned about putting money in his own pockets in Ukraine, and concerned about China and everywhere else. But so it's we should be concerned about us, the families of America. So that's what Trump's about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people they lie about him, and I don't really trust. I don't really trust media anymore these days. You gotta trust the people that are around you and love each other and back each other up. I think that people that are, if you really know what's going on, so there's a couple of things. There's you either know history or you trust the government.
All right, Viviana, right? Who would you vote for, Trump or Biden?
I would vote for Biden because like I just prefer Biden more than Trump because anyways Trump got arrested for something, but
Right.
yeah, I prefer Biden. In my opinion, I
Yeah.
think Trump is like not a good person.
Okay. So, for the younger generation, do you think that Biden would be a proper candidate for him to run the election again, or the
Yes.
presidency?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, who would you vote for, Trump or Biden?
Well, to be honest with you, right now it's kind of difficult
Mm-hmm.
to even come up with a direct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why is going on pretty much 3.5 years now. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, Biden's been in the office. He'll be approaching his fourth and last year, which is I believe now. I
Mm-hmm.
believe. So therefore, in the last 3 years that he's been in office, I haven't seen him do anything. His lack of appearance has been lack of. Um, Even including the vice president. You haven't seen anything from her. A lot of these issues that's happened in the country,
Mm-hmm.
whether it was disasters, it was political, it was racist.
Mm-hmm.
The president just has not been like in tune to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he does come out, it
Mm-hmm.
seems like out of the dark or out of the shadow, it's limited conversation. So realistically, this is the first time me being 50 that I've never seen a president that has not been attentive to the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Now in regards to Donald Trump, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more when I say independent. I'm more for myself because my mentality is that no matter who's in office, um, at the end of the day, it's about the fact of lining their pockets. Most of these candidates either come in with money or they leave out with even more money. So when they say the thing is that it's about selling a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come up with a concept, some kind of something to make the public believe, and that's what I think they do. They basically sell a whole lot of lies to the people because people are in desperate situations, desperate needs. There's so many different things going on, whether it's financial. People want better financial space right now,
Mm-hmm.
2023.
Yeah.
Interest rates are extremely high right now, and the federal government is steadily increasing the interest rates like crazy. So, your median rate mortgages now in 2023 are going on the low end of 1,800, 2,400, up to 3,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But the minimum wage and the federal increases for people to survive is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm seeing is a lot of families now um, mending together, trying to make it. Instead of it being just
Right.
say a husband and a wife
Mm-hmm.
and two children. Now you got the husband in the house. You got his maybe sister and her kids. The
Mm-hmm.
wife got her mother and father living there. So now you're going back into these multi-factor homes where you got
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9 people living in one house,
Wow. True.
just make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're paying 15, 15, excuse me, if you're paying 1,800, 2,500, now people figuring, well, hell, we can split this 4 ways.
Mm-hmm.
4 times 5 is 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if we got 5 adults working,
Mm-hmm.
then come up with that $400.
Yeah.
But bottom line with Trump, getting into him, I've never been a Trump fan.
Mm-hmm.
Trump has always been a controversial guy. I
Right.
know of him way back in the early '80s when he was in the casino business, real heavy. Um, Even when it comes to racial
Mm-hmm.
issues, he's kind of controversial. I've been done study on him, his father. Where he got his money from his father, really off through a loan to get into what he, was doing. They called him the king of Section 8. He's the only person I know in history that's been able to file bankruptcy multiple times,
Wow.
not 2 or 3 times, multiple. And behind, excuse my language here, we doing just a straight cut here, fucking over banks. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look it up, I can't remember the exact bank, but it's a European bank that Trump went and bought $1 billion from.
Mm-hmm.
Now you imagine if yourself being a young man to me, we go to Bank of America, Chase, somewhere
Mm-hmm.
here in the U.S. and try to get $1,000 loan.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pay back 350 a month,
Wow.
for the 12 months plus interest. So your $1,000 loan could turn into a 2,500, $3,000 loan.
Mm-hmm.
But with Trump, he can go get $1 billion
Mm-hmm.
and then turn around and make a few payments.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of interest or what kind of payments you make on borrowing $1 billion? You got to ask yourself. But do the research. I'm not gonna say and tell the public people here exactly what it was, but look up
Right.
Trump bails out on $1 billion European loan,
Mm.
and it'll tell the whole story on it. So what he did was he made a few payments. I think he may have paid back about 200 to 300 million. I might be 100 million off or so.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, he filed bankruptcy on over $500 million of it, about 600 million of it, and they wrote it off. Yeah, look that up. But only thing I will say about Trump, now once again, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm all about myself. And me being a black man, when Obama came into office, a lot of the brothers and sisters, African Americans, even the Latino community. Oh, we got a brother in office, a brother in office. I never been that type of person. My father's always taught me you have to defend and take care of you and yours. You can't expect the next man to hand you a plate out the window from next door. You got to prepare and put a plate together to feed your family what's in your house. So, I knew even when Obama came in office, it wasn't going to be no gifts under the tree for my children. It wasn't going to be what they call it, reparation check and all that. Because I'm a black man, I felt I was going to get some kind of advantage. Obama didn't benefit me not one time. Same thing with the white culture. They went solely for Trump. Oh, now we got this guy that don't give a fuck. You're fired. One thing I will say about Trump, though, more than any president that I've seen in history, the first president I can directly remember of, because me being born in 1973, was Jimmy Carter. He was a Democrat. The one thing I can say about Trump, and which is amazing to me, how he's able to get away with so many indirect how can I say the insults? You being young too, you seen them. He'd look at somebody in the crowd, get him out of here, get the hell out of here, you're stupid. He calls the government stupid, he calls police stupid, he called his own cabinet stupid, Republicans stupid, the Capitol stupid, dumb. They should be fired. They're ignorant. He makes all these comments to these people that's supposed to work with him and work under him. But you're gonna stay around and support an individual like that. That's to me, that's sad. But in the case is, this is what we live in. We live in a world of reality TV. If I sit here right now and me and you talking about this political situation here we're talking about, it's not going to take too many people's ears. But we talking about who got shot last night, who got killed last night, you know what I'm saying? What happened in the hood or on the block? Oh man, tell me, tell me. Next thing you know, it'll go viral. But these are real situations that you got to realize affect your life. Whether you going to college, tuitions, like I said, mortgages, financial ability to feed yourself. But the only thing I can say about Trump to conclude this interview is that Trump, the only thing that America may benefit from him, which I notice he's a businessman. That's the thing about it. He's a businessman. Showman. And he knows showman, like just like his show. You know what I'm saying? You're fired. And just straight up, the man is about the true dollar. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. It's like when they built the border here in America. Excuse my language again, but that was all bullshit. He built he initiated the situation to build the border, but all the contractors that built that border, most of them he was involved in and selecting. If you really do your history and research on it, it goes back to the Cheney and Bush days when they had that war went down in Iraq and all that shit, man. The company up in Texas, they got the contracts for all that stuff. It's about being in a position. Like my father used to always teach me. He say, man, don't try to go to the top thinking you can walk in and become the CEO. Get your foot in the door first. And that's what Trump did. His greatest accomplishment that he ever wanted to do was get his foot in the door of the White House. Because once you get in there, because I never seen what I'm be honest, what Obama did. This is not bringing up a racial issue. For yourself, no way they would allow that. When those people stormed the Capitol with guns and weapons and violence and was on federal property, busting out windows, went in there attacking people, beating up federal agents and police officers and doing all of that, just keeping it real. I don't care if black, white, Chinese, Asian, red man, yellow man, brown man, black man see this video. You know, if that was Obama, they wouldn't have allowed that. If that was a whole bunch of just keeping it real Latinos storming that Capitol, it would have been violent. If it had been a whole bunch of blacks, it would have been violent. But for a man to sit there and tell people, if they try to do this to me or do that to me, react. And he gave an order of reaction, and that's exactly what they did. They reacted. And like now, with these federal charges, he's warning people now. Don't make the mistake of giving me this felony. See, the government, be honest, Trump done put himself in a spot where the government don't even like him. They want to take him down because this is the thing. I said this here. If Trump gets back into office, he's not going to do bad for America. He's going to do good. And I really believe that. And like I say, I ain't a Republican or a Democrat. I stress that. But he's going to want to give it away. See what I'm saying? That's what he wants to do. He wants to give it away. So that's why I think the government now is keep raising these interest rates to make the shit so bad that by the time he gets in, it's so much to fix. And in most cases, most people come out of a messed up situation. If it's too dirty and filthy and you only got 4 years to fix it, even by the time you get out, it's still going to be dirty and filthy. So now at that point, the next person picking up the next trash. But like I said, to conclude this thing here, the last thing I'm going to say, like I said, Trump get in, I believe that he could do better because even with the going back to the pandemic, one thing Trump did for minorities especially, you know, you being a minority yourself, you know, what he did was, to me, he kind of exposed the code to the government that there were billions and trillions of dollars that has always been there and available for minority communities. But it was the government that was really keeping the people oppressed. Think about it. When it came out, now everybody can get $1,100, $1,200 a week checks, but you ain't even worked at McDonald's for 2 or 3 months. And anywhere from 16 to 18 year olds, now you got that money for almost 2 years. You know, you beg for in the minority communities for the roads to be fixed, you know, for the infrastructure, the houses, the schools, better books, better places to go to get trades and jobs. It's always been deprived. You know, me being from Chicago, and this is being a big city here, you know, with a lot of urban and minority communities. But I think, you know, once he started issuing out the PP loans, the stimulus check, and the government just slinging the money, slinging the money, slinging the money. Well, why wasn't you doing this shit 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago and you was letting people suffer? You see what I'm saying? It's nothing about but adding ink to the machine and hitting print. That's all they did was printed up trillions of dollars and gave it all away. And the sad part about that, most people that worked hard, that were really hard earned workers, that really was trying to provide, those people still suffered through that pandemic. I know of a lot of people and reading of a lot of individuals that didn't really work and put none in society, and they came up the most.